Hello everyone. If you remember, we did a tower talk with Larry probably about a year and a half ago, and at the time, Jeannie Anderson and I and her team walked you through their vision for what the new inpatient pharmacy was going to look like. Well, today's the big day. It's been a lot of hard work, a lot of effort on the pharmacy team and the construction team. A little bit of teamwork had to come from folks like in PACU and surgery as construction touched other areas of the hospital outside of the construction zone in order to be able to support things like the two carousels you see behind me. But today's the big day, the grand opening, the ribbon cutting of the inpatient pharmacy. And so the team is here with me today, and they're going to walk you through how they brought that vision to life and what it looks like in their brand new space. So I hope you all enjoy it as much as the team does, but very excited for today so that the inpatient pharmacy team has got great space in order to be able to help us all deliver the very best care to the patients that we're privileged to serve.
So welcome to our new pharmacy space. So what we are looking at here is where the meat and potatoes of the operations of pharmacy will occur. So this will be the main production area, and behind me you can actually see two very large carousels. Those are inventory devices that we utilize to store the majority of the medications that we keep on hand in the pharmacy. Both of those machines are very heavy. So each of them, when fully loaded, weighs approximately 15,000 pounds. And so that was a key discussion point and topic when we were looking at what the layout of this pharmacy was going to look like and how we were going to support that. If you shift your focus just a little bit over here, one of the other primary functions of pharmacy is that we do the sterile compounding of medications for our patients throughout the house. So we are standing in one of our sterile compounding areas or spaces. I'm actually in the non-sterile hazardous room right now. But what you're looking at in here is the suite complement of where we would prepare any of the compounded products or IVs that would be utilized by the patients in the hospital for us. So this space is very highly regulated, and one of the significant enhancements that we were able to put into this space versus our previous space is that we have a dedicated air handler in this space. So that allows us a much more precise control of the temperature, humidity, and pressures of these rooms, which really enhances the safety for our patients.
Hi, so these are our two main production areas in the main pharmacy, and here we will utilize sets of pharmacist and technician teams. We'll have one pharmacist on one side of the counter and a technician directly on the other side of the counter to establish open communication when there's phone calls and questions and things that one team member might need from another. Here we're going to be all in this open space and have these open sight lines to each other. These sets of pharmacists and technicians will help with the IV room duties. And then on this other counter over here, these pharmacists and technicians will help with the carousel duties. I'm going to demonstrate a little bit about how these carousels work. This machine receives communication from Cerner for things like patient-specific orders that might not be loaded into the Pyxis machine. When something drops in here, it will prompt us to pull from a specific bin. So when you pull from the bin, you'll just take out and it tells you the quantity. So for this specific one, it wants 20 tablets to go to the 7 East Pyxis. So then you will scan the drug and scan your label, and that's also kind of a verification, so we make sure that we're pulling the right drug from the carousel to deliver to the correct machine.
So here we have our receiving area, which has been purposely placed at the end of our pharmacy. Previously it was kind of a pass-through for staff and employees, but now we have a dedicated space and more efficient technology, which isn't a rack, but it's technology to help us rotate stock easily instead of having everything sitting in bins and carts.
Right now I'm standing next to one of our tube stations. We actually have two of these locations in the new pharmacy, and this is a huge enhancement for us because of workflow efficiencies and steps to send a medication. This tube station is really focused on more of the product that is prepared in our sterile compounding space behind me, and then we have another one that will be servicing the other preparations coming out of the carousel. So with this tube station, one of the big enhancements is that you see the one screen that is lit up. That is for our 4-inch tube station. That goes everywhere that our tube station is currently connected to. So our children's hospital, our ER, and other areas such as that. The dark screen is actually equally as exciting because that makes us capable and ready for the 6-inch tube station that will go live when we complete the new patient tower. So really it primes us to be ready for the minute that that opens to be able to send medications quickly and efficiently to those spaces.
So this is another type of production area Jamie was telling you about before, but this one we call the NIZ, or the No Interruption Zone. So we have enough area in here right now set up for 4 pharmacists. We're going to have 5. We also have adjustable desks for a couple of them, because sometimes you like to stand during a big shift and not sit the entire time, so they'll have the option to do that. But the idea in here is that the phones aren't necessarily going to be ringing. This is for people just to be able to have the space and the kind of quiet in order to process things a little bit more completely.